At the heart of Lendlease's purpose is a commitment to create the best places. Places that are innovative, sustainable, and create a sense of belonging. Our Australian story of place is one that began over 65,000 years ago. We respect and acknowledge that the first placemakers are the First Nations peoples of Australia. These continuous cultures are formed of this place and for this place. They hold the story of our past and future. As individuals and as an organisation, we must have the courage to acknowledge both the culture and the history of place, to learn and grow from the past. As we look at how we can create places differently and acknowledge that we are on country, we become part of a bigger story that connects us with the First Nations peoples of Australia.
For many First Nations peoples, land relates to all aspects of life, culture, spirituality, language, law, family and identity. Rather than owning land, each person belongs to the land and waters where their family and ancestors have been connected for generations. Each person is entrusted with the knowledge and responsibility to care for country, providing a deep sense of identity, purpose and belonging.
I live in the Redlands near Brisbane on the land of the Quandamooka people and recognise the many generations of Aboriginal people who have been connected to the beaches and the bay, the bushlands, rivers and lakes of this country for thousands of years as the traditional owners and custodians of these lands and waters. A career in construction can take you all over Australia, from here in the Northern Territory to the traditional lands of the Noongar people in Perth or the Ghana people of the Adelaide Plains, and back to my home, Quandamooka country. This is why I encourage you to take the time to learn about the land where you are working today. Because when we acknowledge that we are on country, we build connections with First Nations people and become part of a bigger story, our shared story.
I think especially with Indigenous engagement, people need to understand the importance of why we have an Indigenous procurement policy on the site and what it does for the economy of the town. It's also important to recognise the traditional owners and understand what their role is as the traditional owners of the country that we're working and living on.
Whether it's on the footy field or on the construction site, being culturally aware and sensitive to the beliefs, backgrounds and heritage of those around you is important. The construction site is a safe space, a place where there is no racism. So while you might all be from different teams, different trades and different lands, have a yarn and get to know your workmates. Treat each other with respect and take the time to understand the culture and traditions that make our First Nations people so deadly.